Okay, are we live? I think I am. I'm going to try this format. I'm currently using my webcam, which is Logitech, with my laptop microphone or speaker, microphone. So I'm going to try and see if this works. And this is more my own notes taken, so I know which combination to work. If this doesn't work, I'll have to switch it up. So, welcome to live. I have been doing live for the past couple of days. I'm not sure if it's up to a week now, but we're going to try and see how this works. It sort of helps to come live impromptu on YouTube and see who joins, but also for me to share my thoughts without having either an outline or a script. So today I wanted to buttress the fact that there aren't enough women in our 40s on this platform. And I think this platform, now more than ever, is becoming the best platform, so to speak, in terms of putting your work out there, in terms of probably earning money, if that's one of your goals, one thing you want to achieve. However, personally, I think in addition to those 2 points, it's the after effect of what you get for putting yourself out there, which is the skills that you will continue to learn, the self improvement that you will get out of it. More importantly, the work you end up doing on yourself, which is a benefit to the rest of the world, to humanity, and to the generation that is coming behind us. Now, my goal or my focus really is for women over the age of 40 because I don't think society looks after such women enough. But also, your 40s are that age that is quite pivotal to how your 50s and your 60s and your 70s are likely to be determined in terms of your mental health, your well being, your physical health, and your financial health. So that if you take a look at people who are retired, you notice that a lot of them have lessons that they're constantly sharing. And I don't think while we hear their lessons, we don't necessarily pay attention to what they're saying. So I've come onto this platform to create a focus on that middle age, which is 40s, to try and assure you that things are going to get better if you're going through a rough patch. If you are quite stable and you find yourself stable at work, are you making the most of your working life? Are you taking advantage of all the benefits that work has to offer? But also, are you looking after yourself? Really looking after yourself and paying attention to you because while you're looking after everybody else, who's looking after you? And I think that's the reason why my focus is on it. But also, besides, I am a woman in my 40s. I have to look after myself. And I know I want more out of life. And as a result of that, if I'm going through it and I'm learning a lot, I might as well share those lessons, right? So I also make use of my channel to the purpose of my channel basically, in addition to catering to those women in their 40s, is that I try as much as possible to motivate us to start a YouTube channel. I try to inspire us to find a niche, to stay consistent, to avoid burnout, and build a life of hopefully financial freedom using YouTube, which is a platform. We all know that lives change as a result of being on this platform. We all know that people change as a result of being on this platform. Things can take a turn for the better, for the best, if we're if we're only willing to put our efforts into it and go all in, as they say, and be consistent. So one way in which I try as much as possible to do all that to encourage you, to motivate you to start, is not necessarily so you become famous. That's not the goal. And I hope it does come through that I am extremely passionate about well-being, where I talk and I project myself on. I say it's quite easy to find a niche. If that is what you're looking for, it's quite easy to find a theme for the channel. It's quite easy for you to find something to talk about on YouTube. it does require that you have to look in the mirror. And I don't mean a a literal mirror. I mean a metaphorical mirror. You have to be willing to sit within yourself and ask yourself some questions in terms of what do you enjoy? What are you curious about? What do you really want to learn more about? What's driving your interest in the world? But also, if those are quite light, if you really want to dive deeper, then you start to ask yourself the question of what is your life purpose? If that's difficult, what's a mission you would like to accomplish in the world? Finding an issue is very easy. Very, very easy. I think people overcomplicate matters, people overthink these things because we're constantly comparing ourselves to the content creators that we're watching online. We see their lives as it is now. We forget to remember, we forget to go and check that everybody had an humble beginning. Everybody had a moment when they were not picture perfect. They didn't have all the makeup. There was no team behind them. There was only them and a camera and probably a laptop or a phone and some lighting. We forget that people walk during the day without makeup on, or we forget that they have bad days, they have bad hair days, they have terrible moments because they are human. When we see all this glossiness online, we get carried away and we start to look for what's not there in our own lives. What's not missing, you're beginning to search for it. Finding a niche or making up your own niche on YouTube or on social media, I don't know about other platforms, but on YouTube, can be as easy as you want it to be. And that decision is totally up to you. When you make it simple, it will be clear. When it's clear, it will click. That's a saying I heard today. And that's going to stay with me for a very long time. When I did the live session the other day, and I stated on there, you need to keep it simple. That is as simple as it gets. You have to find something that is very simple. And if you know anything about me and any of the content that I produce on this channel, it's the case that don't search for a niche outside of your life. Find a niche in your own life because that's the only way you are going to sustain it for a very long time. This YouTube is a very long game, as I have come to learn. The other day, I got a notification on YouTube that I've been on the platform for 4 years. And not that I was surprised or shocked in any way, but it amazed me that so many years had flown by so quickly. But of course, they say time will always fly unless you label it or unless you grab hold of it and you place something of substance on it. Nothing absolutely profound, right? So I can see what I've been doing on the platform for the past 4 years. And it's incredible for me to actually go back and see where I started, which is why I hardly delete videos on my channel. This is a play for me. This is my life's work. This is me on this platform as you would ever get it, as much as possible. So if you are out there as a woman over the age of 40, you're still thinking of starting a YouTube channel, I will say bite the bullet and just start. You're never going to be as young as you are today. And besides, what's there to lose? Now, if you are stuck on what to talk about, I'm going to run through my day with you. Today is Sunday, the 1st of February, 2026. I'm going to run through my day with you and we will pick out things that we can turn into a niche or we can start with. Now, the wonderful thing about this platform, when people say the niche is you or you can talk about anything, what they actually mean is start with something you would like the world to know you by. Do the first 30 to 100 videos on that, and you are made for life. That's it. You can then bring other aspects of you onto the platform. The thing is, when people know you for a particular subject, then they begin to trust you. When they trust you, they will buy into anything. When they trust you, they will follow your life's journey. And everybody is on this journey of life. If you want to start vlogging from day one, be prepared that this is going to be a long road, not a hard one, just a very long road. Take joy in understanding that you're documenting your life, and even if nobody watches, you will continue to produce content. You will continue to put it out there because you're the one watching. You want to see how much growth you're making. You want to see how much improvement, happens in your life. You want to see the different chapters in your life. In addition to that, you want to see the shift in your well-being, the shift in your personality, the different aspects of person that you are, the essence of who you are. You won't see that in 30 videos, but I can assure you by the time you get to video number 50, it will come out. There will be an underlying thread in that for you to see and for anybody else to see as well. Now, I said I was going to run through my day. I'll start from last night. Last night, I spent a couple of hours watching a series, a Netflix series titled Anikulapo. Anikulapo is a Nigerian, it was a Nigerian movie that then got turned into a series, but the movie wasn't taken down. It was just a series that got canned. It was a movie that got canned into a series. If a continuation of the movie is the series, and series 2 was released yesterday, I think, or the day before. Anikulapo, for me, is a movie I truly enjoy. I love so many things about it. And that brings me to the very first thing, the very first niche that I'm going to talk about that you can pick from your life. If you enjoy movies as much as I do, I'm not saying come online and review the movies. No, don't review the movies, because now movies are getting taken down. What I'd like you to do is to reflect on the movies that you watch. What lessons can you take away from those movies and then share them with the world? Now, there are so many movie genres that you can pick if you choose that you want to pick. So, of course, you may not know what the movie entails until you watch it. But if you can decide on the types of movies you're going to watch and just share lessons from the movies, that's one. The second thing you can share, depending on how descriptive you are and how much of a movie fanatic you are, you can go technical. You can dissect the movies in terms of the plots, the plot twist, the cast, the makeup of the cinematography, the landscape, very technical things like that about movies you can talk about if you're that passionate about. I enjoy an Ekulakbo movie, the series, because of the cinematography, the storytelling, the cast, the follow through on the movies, the use of language, the culture is very rich. And I think that, in essence, is what the director was trying to convey. So that was my last night. Today, I have showered, I've washed my hair, I've done a bit of cooking and meal prepping, then I've done some cleaning, mindful coloring as well, because I had to interrupt my day. And then I have consumed some content today. I've had lunch, and I'm here to capture my thoughts. And we're going to run through those and pick out different threads or themes or niches, if you will, that you can talk about to start your own YouTube channel. So the very first one is shower. You have your shower, I have my shower. Shower routines every day. We all bath, as somebody says. We all bath, oh. But some people's routine is quite different from others. Maybe you have a different routine from Monday to Friday, between Monday and Friday, to what you do on Saturdays and Sundays on your weekends. What do you do exactly? Do you use various products? That's something we can talk about on YouTube. You can make a start with that. If you're somebody who is extremely enthusiastic about body care, skin care, and you have so many products in your house, you're a product junkie, it's high time you start to review those products and tell people what you think about the products. Are you going to buy them again? Why would you not buy them again? Do you like the packaging? What has it done for your skin? How long have you used it for? What difference does it make? That's all in your shower routine. You can educate people about having their showers. You can go as scientific as you want to be. You can go through, in fact, you can do a deep dive just from shower routine. You can go across the world, the tribes in the world, and what your understanding of their shower routines are like, or bath routines, bath times are like. So that's shower. The second thing I did today was wash my natural hair. So I have naturally curly hair, a mixture of 4A to 4C, what I think, depending on how that classification is all about. And you will find on my channel that there are shorts reviewing hair products. the different types of hair products I use and why I use them, my thoughts on natural hair, keeping it as simple as possibly as you can. I don't do much. I wear wash and go because it's easy for me. However, in recent times, I've started to think to myself, is my hair actually growing? I would love to straighten my hair. That would be a video. While I'm not straightening my hair, that's a video. People talk about these things for 8 to 12 minutes and they're grand. You would sit there and you would watch it as a woman over the age of 40, yet you're yet to start your own YouTube channel. What are you doing, sis? Right? What are you? All you need to do is open your mind. The moment you open your mind and your mouth, things will start to work. You know, the times that you're doubting yourself, whether you know something or whether you know enough, is the fact that what you know, you're not even sharing it in the first place. So you'll forever be doubting yourself if what you know is enough. But also, it's that thing about people who think they are clever or they are very astute. If your thoughts do not get challenged, how would you be confident that what you know is fact or true? You wouldn't. So you simply have to put yourself in uncomfortable situations to be able to develop that self-confidence. And I'm not saying people will challenge you online. At some point they will, but not in your early days, and you want to enjoy those early days. So back to my hair care. Anyway, I used my products, washed my hair, and I can talk about my natural hair. So can you, if you've got natural hair. If you don't have natural hair, if you wear wigs, talk about your wigs. I have a video coming up on my channel where I stumbled across this content creator who talks about wigs, not in the way you know it, and you will be shell shocked when the video drops. So back to the natural hair again. I will keep going in and out because I haven't got a script, so I can afford to just breeze in and out with all my thoughts. That's natural hair care. I washed my bath there. I washed the bath thereafter, and I came out. What did I do afterwards? Cooking. Obviously, we had breakfast, we had lunch. That's all cooking. Part of what we're going to eat during the week gets prepared. That's meal prepping. That's a whole niche in itself. We can talk about that. I have another video coming up about a lady who talks about what she makes for her family during the week. Every single week, no fail. This woman drops a video and she has audience. It's more about who you are and how you curate your words. The way you curate your words, they don't have to be perfect, but they are speaking to somebody. Then I went into cleaning, and boy, did I enjoy my cleaning. You all see cleaning motivational videos on YouTube. They are absolutely incredible. People who are depressed, those who are looking to motivate people who are going through stuff in life, they make these videos. I still have a video that I have to shoot where I came across a content creator who, what does she do? She does cleaning, by the way. She cleans her house and then does a voiceover. This is a woman with probably about 3 kids. And you would ask yourself, why? That's because people watch this lady and they enjoy her videos. It's amazing because when I do that video, you will see how life comes into full circle for some people, or maybe for majority of others. So that's me cleaning. I enjoyed cleaning my oven up, not all the time, but today was a particularly good one. It gave me a mental clarity, mental space, and it was fun. I could see myself in the hub, and I am quite satisfied with the cleaning session. So, but that's is a niche in itself. Then I did a little bit of mindful coloring. I did that yesterday as well. If you joined the live the other day, you will notice that I found a mindful coloring book in Aldi, which I spoke about a little about in terms of the benefits it can give you for your mental health space, for interrupting your thoughts, for interrupting your day, for carving out some me time for you. That is a wonderful tool, and I have done that today. It is a niche in itself. The next thing I did was consume content. So today I'm going to run through some of the content that I have consumed, just like you. I am human. So the very first one I watched this morning was Chinyere Abang. I've been a loyal fan of Chinyere for a number of years, probably close to 5 years now. What we in? This is 2026, probably close to 5 years now. She has a channel that is slowly but steadily growing. She has loyal following on YouTube. I think she's on Instagram as well. She's a lifestyle vlogger and a girl mom. So she has, I think, three girls that she's looking after. She's a girl's girl. She's extremely blessed and wise beyond her years, I would say. She's not in her 40s yet, but it's incredible to be able to live life with others and be there with them. She's an ever present mom, and I just find that she's doing an amazing job, even if sometimes it may look and feel like life can be overwhelming. This woman recently lost her mom, and she did a 40-minute long video recounting what happened, what they went through, what her experience is like. Many people, when you lose family members, we don't make the intention of sitting down to recount what our memory of the last days are. That in itself tells me that the world has lost its ability to be present. Being present is a very important thing for me, because if you don't bring your thoughts back to the moment, you will forever be running away with them, and your thoughts will run wild on you if you're not careful. The mind is a very powerful tool. It really is indeed. So I watched this woman recount the memories of her mother in her last days. She spoke impeccably well. She was able to articulate her thoughts. It was just like she was talking to one person. But I know thousands of people have watched the videos. But she is such a girl's girl, as if she was talking as if she was talking to her best friend. And I can tell the relief it gave her as a result of sharing that. That was Chinyere Bang. The lesson from that is be present in your own life. That is in itself is a niche. All she did was sit down and talk through that chapter, this important pivotal chapter of her life. You're only ever going to have one mother, and once she's gone, that's it. You don't get to buy mothers from Tesco's or Aldi's. That they're irreplaceable. No matter how somebody else tells you they will be there for you, they can't be there for you like your mother would. So if you've gone through difficult times in your life and you feel that there are ways in which you can share it to make the world, even if that's slightly better, just to help maybe somebody else who didn't have the opportunity or get the opportunity to recount their own times, then you should do that. And you know what benefits that will bring to you is the relief, the sense of relief you will get as a result of sharing that, unburdening yourself, putting words to your feelings, putting words to your thoughts. It's amazing. It really is. After that, I'm still on YouTube, by the way. I then went on to watch Trevor Noah and Mia Motley. Mia Motley is the Prime Minister of Barbados. And they went on to talk about how the current world we live in is going through browning, which is there are lots of immigrants at the moment, where people are moving. And Mia said something important, which was nobody talks about the movement of money because governments put policy into place in terms of movement of money to ensure movement of money all around the world. However, why is the government finding it difficult to put policies into place for the movement of people? Why are we making it difficult for people to move around? Why is it that innocent people are dying in waters? Why do people move? Why are people moving? They are moving either because they want to live where they are for various reasons, or they're going towards somewhere, someplace for a better life. Why can't we provide basic education for everyone in every country? Why can't we have basic healthcare for everyone in every country? Why can't we have basic social security for everybody in every country? If the governments of the world wanted to do that, don't you think they would? Now, these are my thoughts as a result of watching that 15, 14 minutes, 14 minutes of Trevor Noah and Mia Motley. If you have, if you can form your thoughts on any sort of content that you watch, that's a niche for you. That you can start from there. And it's important to have thoughts on topics than to just consume them and murmur in your own head or keep it in your own head. After that, I went on to watch Tony Tone. Tony Tone has a podcast on YouTube called or titled Tony Told Me. And it was where she went on to start recounting or sharing her experience comparing the UK to the United States now that she has moved to the US. Such topics are quite interesting to me because if you use VPN and you consume content outside of your own country, you will get exposed to the various things. You'll be able to compare and contrast, even if what you are seeing on the media is curated. But if you then go onto YouTube and you find everyday people living in various parts of the world, you'd be able to have sort of a form of informed decision and make up your own mind as to what you think of that country and what life is like. I've never been to the US. I can tell that the policies on television is different in the US because in the US, what gets me the most is the amount of adverts in their programs, the amount of insane adverts, not just adverts. You can see pharmaceutical adverts on TV. It will tell you the amazing things the drugs will do, and then they would end it with all the side effects. What's wrong with going to see a doctor and the doctor, knowing your history, prescribes what's ideal for you? Why does he have to make it to TV? I think I would praise the English television in that aspect. I would totally praise the English television for that one. They've got the money. They're good on that one. Why are we having pastors with adverts on TV? Why is there church adverts on TV? I could never get that. If you feel strongly about it, like I do, then maybe the world needs to hear your thoughts. That's a niche for you. It's social commentary. It's just your thoughts on what's going on in the world. And then I went on to watch Is Bayou Barbie, which is Curiosity Made Me Ask. And the guest on the show was Bimbo Akintola. Curiosity Made Me Ask is a podcast hosted by Bayou Barbie. And Bayou Barbie is a former skit maker turned podcaster in Nigeria. The topic of the podcast was all about perimenopause and menopause. And I have to say to you, for the past 2 years, this woman has been doing an incredible job of educating women, old and young ladies alike, about perimenopause and menopause symptoms. It is worth it. All 55 minutes of that podcast is worth it. Yes, there is a humor twist to it because that's the essence of Curiosity Made Me Ask. However, I think this is the most educative session that podcast has ever had. It is incredible. Every woman should watch it. Every man who has a woman should watch it. Every son who has a mother should watch it. Every brother who has a sister should watch it because the world isn't talking enough about it. Maybe, and especially maybe, in African countries where everything is hush hush. Oh, let's not talk about it. Let's not talk about it. That is such a shame. We don't want to talk about it yet. People are suffering. There are issues, underlying issues in people's homes that we're not talking about. We're allowing people to grow up with traumas. Don't get me started on the culture, what we call culture in Nigeria, in some parts of Nigeria. It's awful. It's gut wrenching, to say the least. So, if you're consuming content and you have a thought or two about whatever it is you're consuming, girl, you want to get onto this platform and start opening your mind. Let your mind start working. You know, the more you use your mind and your brain, the better it is for you in the long run. You cannot afford to stop learning. Not at this age. It's way too early. You can't afford to be tired. You cannot afford to give up. Now is the time, as you're working, start that platform. Go on a pseudonym name, whatever it is you want to go under, so your co-workers, your colleagues at work cannot find you online. That's fine, but do what you must. That is the best for you. You have to. There's simply no way around it. You will learn, you will keep talking, you will get better at talking. What's the time now? Half an hour. I never thought I would be able to talk for 30 minutes because I'm just an introvert. Introverts do speak, but girl, I have a maximum number of words I can speak in a day. After that, I want to close my mouth and just stare at the wall. That's me. But right now, I feel so passionately called, passionately inclined to let you girls know that something has to change. You have to get off that stool, get off that seat and move. Exercise, do what you must, but open your mind, open your mouth, and speak. If you are passionate about being a speaker, guess what you have to do? You have to open your mouth and speak. The more you practice, the better you will get, and that is how your people will find you. Life is all about opportunities now. We're comparing and contrasting every single opportunity out there. The default is no longer going to work. Yes, that work you're doing, you enjoy it now. Keep enjoying it. Good for you. You don't mind waking up on Monday morning to go there, slug it out, clock out at 5. Fine, that's good for you. But you know, one day, everybody gets served with redundancy at some point. At some point in their lives, perhaps you'll get lucky and not have that. But by the time you get to your 50s, you'll be tired. In fact, the work will be so tired of you, they want to chuck you out. I'm not putting it out there to anybody who's listening. I'm not professing the negative on you. It's just the way it works. Life is changing, work environment is changing. While you're there, take advantage of all the benefits, the free trainings, the apprenticeship, the qualifications they will pay for. Take advantage of it. The more you learn, the better you get in your work. Apply the knowledge in and out of your work environment. In and out of, if there's health insurance, take it. If there's free GP round the clock, take it. Those are the benefits that come with them buying your time, with them paying for your time, with you waking up early, slugging it out, clocking back out, and doing it all over again. Those are the benefits that come with it. You want to have a full working life while you're working. But while you're working, you want to start building something that is yours. Because other people's things never last forever. What's yours will always be yours. That is the thing. And you cannot afford to stop learning. You have to be a lifelong learner. If you've never been a lifelong learner, in your 40s, now is the time for you to proclaim it. You want to stop consuming, reduce your consumption of content. These platforms, they're not built for human sustainability. I was on TikTok the other day and I was doom scrolling for probably what seemed like 2 hours. By the end of the day, I felt so overwhelmed, I could not sleep. It was so bad. When I got to work, we just got into the conversation I was having with a colleague, and she said, oh yes, she was like that too. And then she realized that it was because she kept scrolling on her phone. Anytime she had a free moment, she would just think, oh, let me just scroll. She would scroll, 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 and she couldn't sleep. 2 a.m., she could not sleep. Even when she slept and woke up, she was feeling tired, exhausted, frustrated, groggy. I shared the same feelings. And then I realized, oh, it's the attention span. Your attention span just goes down dramatically. And then you become unable to hold thoughts. Everything becomes fleeting. You seem overwhelmed, oversaturated, what's the word? Overexposed as a result of those platforms. That's why long form content will always beat, it will always beat short form anytime, any day. It's just the way it is. Anytime, any day, long form content will always win. And I think that's the incredible thing. If you want to use AI to get you into the right directions, why not? If you want to use AI to help you brainstorm ideas for your own niche, what comes naturally to you? What do you really do well that other people don't? What don't you think twice about that just occurs to you? You can use AI for that. I think I would dive down into our one incredible way I've been using AI recently. You'll be surprised. You will be surprised. So you can start your own channel today. You just need to think of different creative ways, and it doesn't even have to be complicated. Just think about you. Forget about the world. Don't compare to other people who are showing you the highlight of their lives. You want to think about yourself. What comes to you? What do you want to do at this point in your life? What would you like to what would you like to do? What would you like to be like in 5 years' time? Seems difficult? You may want to paint it. You need to start painting a picture of what you want the next the next 1 year to even look like. Write a note to your future self. Do a video to yourself 1 year from today. What do you hope you would have accomplished? What do you think would have happened by then? What do you want to get done? Yeah? What do you want to get done? You want to think about these things. Life can be so good only when we make a move. That's the only way. Yeah. Go and think about whatever it is you want to do. Go and think about it. And I hope you find something truly magical that brings you joy that you can get to share with the world, because it will be a shame if you don't leave this world empty. I will see you tomorrow. I don't know what tomorrow will bring, but I will see you tomorrow. Have a nice evening.